Welcome gamers! Today we're going to take a look at a really cool Flash game called Fish Tales Deluxe Edition. So this is a classic Flash-based chew 'em up. Yep, not a beat 'em up, not a shoot 'em up, but a chew 'em up. And as the old saying goes, the bigger fish always eats the littler fish, and this game is absolutely no exception to that rule. So the game itself is pretty self-explanatory. You basically play the role of this tiny fish who's tasked with eating other small fish in order to grow in size. But the really challenging part about this game is being able to eat enough fish to grow while not being gobbled up by the much larger fish who lurk around. Likewise, there are also some obstacles in this game that you really have to look out for, such as jellyfish and underwater mines. Now, while neither one of these entities will cause you to die, they do cause you to freeze in place, leaving you openly vulnerable to attacks from the much larger fish that surround you. So the jellyfish, they basically rise up from the bottom of the ocean floor, causing you to freeze into place if you fall in line with them. And likewise, the underwater mines, they actually fall from above you and they blow up, and when they explode they release a bunch of shrapnel, and if the shrapnel hits you then you get frozen in place. The same thing as with the jellyfish. And so there's also some larger creatures in this game. You just saw there's a large shark that flew across the screen there. There are sharks and whales in this game. Some are quite fast, although with the faster ones, the game warns you. It'll put up a danger sign right before they come. Now, some of the other sharks and whales are actually quite slow, and they actually swim very, very slowly. They're actually pretty easy just to evade. Now, those tiny goldfish, the ones you can see here in the bonus round, they're actually the toughest to catch. And as the game progresses, they get super fast. I mean, like lightning fast, like flying all over the screen. I found them to be the most challenging just to catch. And so there's also some ways to get some bonus points in this game with the pearls that are located in oyster shells at the bottom of the ocean floor. As you can see, there's one right there. Now, the problem with those is that when you go to grab the pearls, oftentimes the oyster shells will clamp down on you, taking you out in the process and forcing you to start back over the round again. So that's the only part that really sucks about it. But you can also get kind of like a running start to try and grab them. That's usually what I do. And so the bonus rounds, let's talk a little bit about those. So after each 3 rounds, you have a bonus round with those goldfish. And if you catch all the goldfish before the clock runs out, you get a bonus for the remaining time. Now, if you fail to catch all the goldfish before the clock runs out, then you get no bonus at all. So that's pretty much how that works. Now, the larger fish give you a much larger score. They give you more points than the smaller fish do for obvious reasons. This game does get super challenging. You get to like the 15th, 16th stage and you have underwater mines falling everywhere. You have those jellyfish, you have sharks and whales everywhere, and it just gets super tough to evade enemies. Now, the smaller bluefish, they typically travel in schools, so they're much easier to gobble up 2 or 3 at a time. But these goldfish, you can see they're kind of haphazard. They just kind of bounce around in circles, and you never really know which way they're going to go. Kind of like the ghosts in Pac-Man. They're really unpredictable. They'll start moving in one direction and just move in the complete opposite. You can see there, I'm having trouble getting this one right here. So anyways, a lot of fun to play. My only complaint about this game is you get to like the 16th, 17th, 18th stage and the game basically crashes. Once you die in one of those stages, it will respawn you invisible, where your character doesn't show up on the screen. You can hear it, but you can't actually see it, so that part sucks. And that's just an issue with the game. It really has nothing to do with actually with any emulation or anything like that. Now, some of you are probably wondering too, how are you able to play this game, to play Flash games in 2022? Well, there's actually a very simple way to do it, and that's with this program called Flashpoint Infinity by Blue Maxima. And I'm actually planning on doing a video in the near future that better explains what the program is and how it works. It basically plays. It emulates. It can play classic Flash games, older Unity games, and even Java games, and a whole bunch of other formats, some of which I've never even heard of before. And I think it has a library of over 100,000 plus games. As of the time that I'm making this video, they have a lot of games. You can also play games locally, and it's a really cool program. I definitely recommend you checking it out. This Fishtails game is absolutely playable in it. And so something else to note about this game, there was this is actually like the updated sequel. The original game was kind of dumbed down. It didn't really have as many features, and it didn't have as cool graphics as this one does. I really do like the graphics in this version a lot better than the original one. And there was another PC game back in the early 2000s where you gobbled up fish. I can't remember the name of it. It was very similar to this, but it's very, very similar concept anyways. You basically just swim around and gobble fish up. So this is a really fun and challenging game, definitely worth checking out. That is Fishtails. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with our latest videos. I am going to go ahead and tune out now, but I'm going to continue to play the game for a while. You're welcome to continue to watch, and I'm going to tune out until next time. Take care.